Alright guys, what's going on? It's Shram here, and welcome back to another video I got for you guys today. Today, I'm going to be having a commentary, if you guys couldn't figure that out yet. But I'm going to be doing another top 10 video. Actually, last time I did a top 5, I think. I'm pretty sure, I did my top 5 favorite YouTubers. But today, it's going to be a top 10. Because why not? And it's more about me, because I'm selfish. Whatever. Anyway, we're going to be doing my top 10 favorite Pokemon. I know, pretty random video to have over some Call of Duty gameplay, but I didn't play any Pokemon, and well, I did, but I can't record my DS. I would have some showdown behind this or something, but that'll be another video. Anyway, I'm just gonna actually, I'll explain some stuff first, but for those of you that do not know, Pokemon is like my favorite game franchise. Like, I like Pokemon so much more than I've ever liked Call of Duty, and it's just because I've probably logged more hours on Pokemon than I have on Call of Duty throughout, my life. I started playing, Game Boy and stuff when I was like, I don't know, like 6 or 7 probably. Let me think. Well, I don't know when Ruby and Sapphire came out, but that was like the first game I got because I was in like that age range. I was like 8 at that time, so I think that was like 7 or 8 whenever that game came out, whatever. But that was like the age range I was in. So my brother, who's like 5 years older than me, played like the originals because he was in that age range, right when like Red and Blue came out, Red, Blue, and Yellow. But yeah, I didn't get to play that really that much. I played that game a little bit, but honestly, it was just to do the missing no glitch to get everything. I don't know, whatever. My brother showed me that glitch, and I spent a lot of time just doing that. But yeah, that's basically the intro, because I just wanted to get it out there that I am a huge Pokemon fan. I'm a huge Pokemon nerd. I like playing competitive Pokemon all the time. I've uploaded a few videos on that, but that's just a little more about that. Before I get into the actual top 10, though, I have 3 honorable mentions. And the reason why I have honorable mentions is because I'm currently in the middle of playing through Pokemon Sun right now. So I thought I would just mention my top 3 favorite Pokemon of that generation so far, and I don't know if this will change because like I'm most of the way through the game, I think, at least like until you beat the Elite Four or whatever. I don't know what happens in the game really, but I'm pretty sure I'm almost at the Elite Four. My Pokemon are like about level 50, so I'm sure I'm getting there. But I don't think this list will change from my playthrough anymore. Also, I don't think these guys. Well, I'm not finished with the game yet, but I don't think these 3 Pokemon will ever make my top 10 list. Like, I like these guys a lot for the game, but I think the rest of my top 10 I just like a little more. So anyway, my honorable mentions are, one of them is Beware, and I don't know why, I don't know why I like this thing so much. It's just like extremely strong. It doesn't look like it'll be that strong. Honestly, it looks like a second evolution. It doesn't even look like a final evolution. I wish I got one more and it was just like a massive bear or something, but I really like this Pokemon. It's like, I like fighting types, so this thing just, I don't know, crushes other things. The other one is Salazzle, and I used this one in my last Pokemon video with Chris. I like the way this one, I like the way Salazzle works in competitive. It was a really cool move pool, I think. It's like a hard hitter, gets nasty plot, all that good stuff, can toxic anything. So I think it's just like a pretty versatile Pokemon. I think it's pretty cool, and I like using it in the game as well. And the last one here is my starter of choice in Gen 7. I like Decidueye. Yeah, I started with Rowlet. Rowlet's a beast, he's a tank. He would have been on this list, but I only wanted like final evolutions on this, but I don't know, whatever. But Decidueye is a beast. Grass Ghost is really cool typing. I like that typing a lot. I just like the Ghost type in general too. I think Ghost types are really cool. They have like awesome moves, like Spirit Shackle is one of my new favorite moves. You can't, the other Pokemon you use it on can't leave the battle. You can't switch out. It's awesome. I really like that move. I think Decidueye is an awesome design and everything like that. But yeah, he's definitely my favorite starter of that generation. Okay, so I'm gonna get into my actual top 10 list now. And at number 10, there's one of. Do I only have one? Yeah, okay, I only have one legendary on this list, and it's number 10. It's Suicune. And my love for Suicune has probably came from this Pokemon League I'm in with a bunch of my friends, and it's called the Local Battle Association. And I drafted. It's like a draft format thing in Pokemon, and you draft 12 guys, you make a team to play against other people and all that good stuff. But anyway, I drafted Suicune because I needed a good water type, and this thing was more than a good water type. This Suicune is a tank. If you have the one set, it's called like Crocoon or something with like Rest, Sleep Talk, Calm Mind, and Scald, it is almost unbeatable unless you have like something really strong to hit it with, like a grass or electric type move. But Suicune, I'm normally not the biggest fan of legendaries. I don't like the legendaries that are like in Ubers in Pokemon. I'm more of a fan of the legendaries that can be like used in the game and they're not that overpowered. Like I think Suicune's like that. Like I like legendaries where there's other Pokemon with higher base stat totals, and Suicune fits that. Number 9 is Arcanine. Arcanine. I said that really strange, but Arcanine, my favorite fire type of the first generation, by far. Arcanine is awesome. I didn't really play through Fire Red that much, so I was never able to use one, but I really do like Arcanine. He's an awesome fire type, and I think that's the one Pokemon I'd want to have in real life, because he's just a big dog, and I think that just is really cool. Number 8, I was going to say this is a dog, but I think this is a cat. We have Espeon. Espeon is an awesome Psychic type Pokemon in Gen 2. Gen 2 is my favorite generation out of all of them. That's also why I like Suicune so much, because Crystal is my favorite Pokemon game, and that's like the cover Pokemon for it. But anyway, Espeon is an awesome Pokemon. It's just annoying to get, because you just have to raise the happiness and level up an EV during the day, which is annoying. Like, Umbreon's cool too, don't get me wrong, but I like Espeon a little more. Number 7, there's Gengar, which is another Pokemon where I didn't use all that much because I was never really able to trade with many people when I was playing through like first gen and stuff the first time, so I never really got to use a Gengar. I think I've used it like 2 or 3 times, like ever, and each time it was just awesome to use because it just dominated things and it was always like one-hit KOing things. I mean, it got O-code all the time, but you know, I think it's still a beast. Number 6 is my first and only 5th gen guy on this list. It's Conkeldurr. And this also stems from another LBA season we had where I drafted Conkeldurr, and Conkeldurr was also just a beast for me. Like I said earlier, I like fighting types a lot, and Conkeldurr is just an awesome fighting type. He's pretty bulky with 100-something HP, I don't know exactly. He has like 145 attack, which is just strong. You know, Choice Banded, it gets Guts, gets Sheer Force, gets awesome abilities. You know, he can just run like Toxic Orb if you want, or he can try to bait somebody into toxicking you or burning you or something. So Conkeldurr's just made the list for his, like, pretty much just pure force and power. I think he's a beast. Number 5 is another Pokemon you can only get by trading, and it's Alakazam. Alakazam and Gengar are really close for me, but Alakazam just beats out Gengar by a little bit just because I like Psychic types more than I like Ghost types. And I just like Alakazam a lot. I mean, I've never really gotten to use one either. Like, I was always so jealous of, like, Blue in the first games and of Sabrina. I think Sabrina had an Alakazam, because I always wanted to use one, and I'm actually using one right now in my Pokemon Sun playthrough, and this is the first time I am ever using an Alakazam in a playthrough, which is strange. So it's kind of like a new Pokemon to me, but of course I know about Alakazam. I've used it in Showdown, I've used its Mega, I know all about it. It's been around forever, and I just think Alakazam's awesome. Number 4 is, I don't know if this one's a little random or not, but I usually don't like the starting birds of every game, you know, like the bird you catch in the first route, but I think Staraptor is amazing. Staraptor is definitely my favorite flying type Pokemon. Wait, okay, yeah, I don't have any more flying types after this, but Staraptor is an awesome Pokemon. I played through, what game did I play through? Platinum? I don't know. No, Pearl. I think it was Pearl. I played through Pearl for the first time, like, only a few years ago. Like, I was so late with getting the new Pokemon games because I never got a DS. I did get one recently, but I never really bought it. Like, I borrowed it from someone and then just, like, kind of never gave it back. But anyway, I never really got a DS, so I couldn't really progress with, like, Gen 4 and onwards. And then I just recently got a 3DS, so I was able to play this game, or Gen 7, so I never really got to experience Gen 4, like when it came out, or Gen 5, or Gen 6. I've never played through X and Y, so there's that. That's why there's no X and Y guys on this list. But anyway, Staraptor, he was like the first Pokemon, well, Starly, I guess, was the first Pokemon I pretty much caught in that game, and I just kept using it through. I looked it up on like Bulbapedia. It has like crazy attack. Like, I looked it up at the time, it had crazy attack. It was just an awesome Pokemon, and I was really excited to use it. Yeah, that was pretty much all I have to say about Staraptor. It just hits hard. It can learn close combat, which I think is awesome. It just a cool flying type, and it was just nice. It was really convenient to have Fly. It was something you can teach Defog to, because that was like an HM in that game. So yeah, that's Staraptor. Number 3, we got Gallade, and this was another Pokemon I used the first time I played through Pearl. And I've always liked Ralts, I liked Gardevoir a lot, but when I heard that there was another evolution to Kirlia instead of Gardevoir, I immediately wanted to use it because I heard it was a Psychic Fighting type, and I thought that was just the coolest type out there. Psychic Fighting just sounds so awesome, because I like Psychic type and I like Fighting type. Those are like my 2 favorite types, so you know, combine them together to get Gallade. And for some reason I named it Captain Price. I don't know why, but that's always my nickname for Gallade. I don't know why that is, but it's just the case. And also, this is another Pokemon that I drafted recently. In the most recent season of the LBA, I drafted a Mega Gallade, and he put in work. I brought him pretty much every week, and there was really no reason not to. He has a crazy move pool. He gets Swords Dance if you want to run that. I think he gets Bulk Up too if you want to run that way, and he's just, I like Gallade a lot. I think he's a beast, Mega or not Mega. And number 2, we have a starter. And no, it's not Charizard, because everyone loves Charizard. It's Sceptile, actually. Sceptile is definitely my favorite starter. I've always liked I've always tended towards the grass starters for some reason. I don't know why, but I've always liked them. I think because they were like the most underrated of the group, like except for first gen. I like Blastoise the most, but like second gen I like Meganium a lot, and then third gen I saw a Trico and I was like, this thing could probably evolve into something pretty cool, and then it evolved into a Grovyle and I was like, all right, it's getting cooler as it goes, and then Sceptile came out of nowhere just looking slick as hell. Anyway, that was a weird way of saying it, but Sceptile, definitely my favorite grass type. I loved using him in Ruby and Sapphire. I like using him in competitive. I like his Mega Sceptile is really cool too. And yeah, that's number 2, and now we're on number 1. And you know, I know most of the people watching this already know who my favorite Pokemon is, but I have this Pokemon's card in my wallet. It's a fire type card, but this Pokemon's not fire type. I don't know why I never played the TCG much, so I don't know why they came out with a different type card. Anyway, it's Heracross. Heracross is my favorite Pokemon, and it's weird to think that, you know, Heracross just seems kind of like a random Pokemon, you know, like, not many people, like, a lot of people think it's good because it's really powerful, you know, it's crazy attack, like 125, whatever, has good special defense, gets, like, good coverage moves, sadly doesn't get, like, X's or anything, though, that'd be really cool, but, yeah, Heracross is just, it seems just like a random Pokemon, like, you know, not many people love it, but Heracross is just my favorite Pokemon. I used it for the first time, not even in its generation where it came out. I used it for the first time in Sapphire, I think. Whatever, it was either Ruby or Sapphire, that doesn't really matter. But I found out what to catch one because I was like, oh, bug fighting type, this thing's probably pretty cool. So I caught it and put it on my team, and I don't think it fainted from then on. And there were so many times where I just solo ran the Elite Four with it. It was like my first Pokemon I got past like level 70 something because, you know, whenever I beat the Elite Four in a game, it usually just restart. So I never like trained my team up that much. But I've never IV bred or EV bred anything. But if there was one Pokemon I would do it to, it would for sure be Heracross because Heracross is just my favorite Pokemon. I like fighting types again. They're my favorite. Like Bug is a cool type too. I just like the combination fighting Bug, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know why I like Heracross so much, I just do. And his Pokemon card resides in my wallet, and probably will until, I don't know, until I get a cooler card, I guess. Anyway, I have no idea what gameplay is going to be behind the second, like, because I ran out of gameplay for the first one because it was like 9 minutes long for the first gameplay, and I'm talking now for like 12 minutes. But I don't care. I'm probably just going to find something to put behind it, probably just another random Call of Duty gameplay. The gameplays aren't going to be that spectacular. I didn't really have time to play recently, so this gameplay is like, probably like a month old, and it was just, I don't know, me just messing around or so. But anyway, I just wanted to make this video. I thought about this while I was playing through Pokemon Sun. I was like, I should make, a top 10 Pokemon video. I think that would be interesting, but maybe it's not interesting. Maybe it's stupid. Hopefully you guys agree with some of my suggestions on my list. Probably not. I don't know. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.